Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Jesus Lives Group. I'm Kerry McDonald. Glad to see everybody here. I'll give everybody a few minutes to hop on. It's just now 8 o'clock. Hopefully, we can get a panel going and everybody can join us. Let me put the link up. Okay, there's the YouTube links on Kerry's Musings and Jesus Lives Group. Also, if you're on Facebook, Jesus Lives Group, just click on the StreamYard link and come in and join us. Come in and talk to us. That's what it's all about. Everybody getting together and talking about the Lord. If you come on, just make sure that you have it online, turn it off, and welcome.
Yep.
Welcome, Chaplain Jethro.
Watching Big D from the convoy, and with his fiance Mama.
Well, Kerry.
Hello, good evening. How you doing? Good to have you here.
Let me try another way here.
Just letting everybody know. Okay. Just let everybody know if you come on and you have two devices going, make sure you only have your StreamYard going with the audio. Mute all the other devices or tabs. That way we won't get an echo or feedback. It'll repeat everything over and over and over if you leave your audio on. Just leave it on audio on StreamYard and turn all the others off. Let's say a word of prayer while waiting for the chaplain to come back on. Anybody else like to join in? Come in, join us. Have a good discussion. Tonight's about the church, the state, and other things going on in the world. And hopefully through Jesus, we can correct the wrongs that are going on. That's the only way we can do it. I'm telling you, it's getting rough, and the government's going hard on the churches. And the churches are bowing down to them. And basically, that's why I come online here. I'm not a church. I'm not a minister. I'm trying to teach people how to live their Christian life and discuss Christian living with other people. And we can't always depend on the church. We have to depend on ourselves and the Lord. And that's basically what I'm here for, not to preach, not to quote a lot of scriptures because I can't remember, but to talk about our Christian living, how we live our Christian living in the times that we're in right now. And it's pretty doggone hard, let me tell you, because the devil's mighty tempting. He's got a lot of people on his side. He's got a lot of people trying to tear down what the Lord's built up. And we need Christians to get out there and help in government, in church, in everything. A lot of churches tend to push people away, being too heavy on one side and not heavy enough on the other. So we need to learn, just in case, or inevitably, probably, to study and love the Lord on our own or in small groups together, because we may have to go into hiding. We never know. And the way it's going, it could happen. Look at what happened here recently in the last 2 years. Churches closed down. They couldn't go. And that was the number one thing that was shut down, was the churches. And everybody went along with it. There was a few ministers that didn't. They were arrested, taken to jail, spent time in jail for it. But folks, it's coming. If we don't put on the full armor of God and go out there and battle the devil, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's prophesied. I didn't say that right, but you know what I mean. that's basically what I'm here for, is to talk to fellow Christians, even non-Christians. It doesn't matter. We're all in this together. And hopefully non-Christians can find their way to the Lord, give themselves to him. All we have to remember is John 3:16. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in me shall not perish, but have everlasting life. I have my comments on. If you'd like to say something, go ahead and say it. Right. If you come on, you'd like to say something, put it in the comments or click on the link and join me. I'm glad to have you. Tonight's just like a test to see how many will come in, how many will join, and how many will want to discuss the Christian living. I'm doing this and Fighting for Freedom on the other channel, Carrie's Musings. I'm on there too, I believe. And get the word out, to praise the Lord, serve the Lord, and get out there and put on the full armor and battle these battles for the Lord. And only we can do it. Only we can do it. Nobody else. We are God's army, Christian soldiers, as the song goes. Onward, Christian soldiers, and so on and so forth. We are his soldiers, and we have to stop all the evil that's going on in this world today. As you all know, we have drag queens in churches. We have drag queens in libraries. This transgender stuff is going crazy. They're trying to push it in our face. Whatever they do in their own homes is their own business, but we don't need it pushed on us. We don't need to serve their agenda. We don't have to justify that they're here. They're their own individual. Their morality is their business. It's between them and God. Not to push it on other people and try to stop people from preaching the word and teaching the word. We need to stop it. Go by the Bible. And believe me, it's in the Bible. All you have to do is read. And if you don't understand some words, look it up. There's all kinds of references and translations. And the Lord will let you know which one is right and which one's wrong. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to some high-priced minister. All you have to do is feel and be convicted on your own. The Lord will let you know whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. He will let you know. Let's say a word of prayer while we're waiting on more to join. Precious Jesus, Heavenly Father, thank you for everything you do for us, giving us this wonderful world, this wonderful place to live in, and helping us keep it up and keep it good for your glory. Lord, I know you depend on us, so give us the strength, give us the courage, give us the conviction to go out there and live for you and show people. Not let necessarily pound it into them, but show them how you live. Be an example. Be a light in the darkness. We can shine our lights and open up the darkness. Lord, help us to get out there and teach everybody how to live a Christian life, with or without church, whether disillusioned with the church or whatever their problem might be. Lord, help everybody through this and come to victory. Lord, we need your help in everything, especially the ones that have prayer requests. Lord, help all the ones that have requests. You know each and every one of them. Touch them, heal them, hear their prayers, whatever it might be, and give them their victories. Lord, we pray you help us broadcast and help me say the right things and do the right things, and help us get the panel going and get a good discussion going in your name. Amen. Amen. Okay, let's let Jethro, Chaplain Jethro back in. Anything you want to say?
Well, I just want to say, yesterday when we had my channel on, were you in there at that time?
I was in there. I tried to talk to Game Dev a little bit.
Well,
Seemed pretty good.
let me explain what happened. Let me explain what happened, Kerry.
Okay.
What happened was I was getting towards the end of my broadcast, and a couple people got in there and started discussing things opposite of what the topic was.
Right.
And I tried to tell them not to do that, and so I asked them to please, discuss that offline.
Right.
And
Right.
and they just kept on going, and I says, guys, I'll give you a little leeway. I'll try to help you out where I can, but I can't look up verses right now. I mean, in my setup, the way it is at this moment, I can't really help you out, but I can guess at it. I know one for sure, but Matthew 7:1 says that you should not judge.
That's right.
And I believe I said something. Well, I said something about, I think it's in Romans, but I'll have to check it, about the brother making the brother stumble, or not causing your brother to stumble, or something like that. And I just had to come on today and just put a video out there discussing my chat rules, because apparently it wasn't understood that this was uh, a message and not necessarily a panel.
Right.
Right.
So I really tried to do my best to be as cordial as I could, but my wife said that I came off a little heavy handed. And I says, well, after 3 times, what do you think you should do? Be quiet?
Yeah, I'd said that, you're an example. That's it. You're not judged by what other people do.
That's true.
And that's basically what the Bible says. And I was here with
I remember sitting there for
my
a while,
partner.
and everything was going good. The chat looked fine.
We
Must
had
have
the-
stepped away, and when I came back, it was like that stream. So I must have missed it.
Well, I shut it down rather abruptly.
I know.
I was
Zero.
cooking.
I was
I
there.
shut that down rather abruptly because I thought, okay, it's going nowhere. I'm going to stop it right now before it gets worse. So I think I did the right thing by shutting it down.
Right. Yeah. This is the kind of setup to do that. Just talk about general things in Christian living, not in your service, more or less service.
Maybe I was cooking or something. I think I was helping the wife with making dinner, and come back and your stream was down. I was like, what the hell did I miss? I was like, he was doing really well, and then all of a sudden I looked over, I'm like, oh, his stream's down already. I'm like, well, let me at least say bye to everyone.
Yeah, I really didn't want to shut it down the way I did there, Zero. I did not. It's not my nature to do that. But I think on Monday, I'm just going to say from now on, when you're in this page, stick to the subject matter. Don't stray off somewhere else.
Right.
We can always talk about that on panel anytime.
I apologize for my part in it because I answered him,
I just didn't know where he was going with his questions. He was kind of all over the place, and I thought, well, where's he going with this?
Right.
And
I don't know. Then he didn't mention it later when we were supposed to discuss it.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll come on here and maybe we can ask him. I don't know.
Well, I'm not doubting that he knows the Bible. He says he's been studying it for 38 years. Okay, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that. But when he was talking about causing his brother to stumble, he didn't know where the verse was, and he wanted to know where it was, and I just wasn't set up and equipped to help him out at that point. Mm-hmm. I was just guessing, kind of thinking, okay, rack your brains, go through the files and look them up, And that's the best I could come up with. But afterwards, I found the verse he was talking about.
Right.
And I happened
Right,
to be
Chuck?
right.
Yep.
I happened to be right. It was, I think it was Romans 14:13,
Hmm.
where it talks about the
Well,
brother, not causing your brother to stumble. That basically means
well,
don't lead him astray.
right. Be an example.
Be an example unto your brother.
Right. And your whole family, actually, everybody. But you shouldn't judge.
Yeah, you made the good call by shutting down before you got yourself frustrated, and then probably said some words you probably didn't want to say.
Well, this is what I do when I'm arguing with my wife. I'll reveal this to you guys. This is exactly what I do every time. I say, all right, I'm stopping the
That's it.
discussion right now, and I'll go and walk away and go somewhere else in the house for about maybe
Yeah.
about 30, 40 minutes.
Hmm.
She'll come in about 45 minutes later and say, do you think we can talk? It works every time.
Every time.
Yeah, because she's had
Mhm.
time to cool off. I've had time to cool off and get
Uh-huh.
my thoughts right. And that's why I tell her, I do not ever, in this marriage, when I first married her, I said, do not ever want to go to bed angry.
Right.
Don't ever do that.
That should be everyone's number one rule. And never go to sleep without a "I love you."
Yep. Because if you don't, you're not going to sleep.
Nope. Nope. Not at all.
Right.
Yeah, I spent 40 years that way. Never missed it. And we never separated.
Didn't
Never
do that in
fought.
our first marriage. I went to bed and I never got sleep. Every time we argued, I never got any sleep.
Hmm.
Says, if I ever do this again, God help me, I'm not going to ever go to bed angry like this.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I found that out and lived a good, glorious 40 years.
Well, we won't be bored tomorrow, Chaplain. If you think about it, we the people should be up and running tomorrow.
Yeah, he gets pretty busy on the weekend. I know that.
Yeah, that's why I haven't bothered him about doing a gaming panel in a while because I know he's been so busy. I would like to.
I want to do one on the 11th, but I got to get this StreamYard thing figured out.
Restream or StreamYard?
StreamYard. I'm going to StreamYard because it only allows for 6 people on the free site. I could go to Restream.
Restream allows
And
6.
that costs more.
But
Restream's
Restream
more.
can also, if you have a certain package, you can even let them restream to their own channel. I like Restream better than StreamYard personally.
I like it because it's got a better HD quality to it.
Better
Right.
audio. It's got better background selection. Like it does a better green screen projection. If you don't have a green screen behind you.
That's right. I didn't think of that. Holy cow. Well, I'm going
Who is that? Which is that?
I'm going to Restream. I'll be doggone. Didn't think about that green screen part. It's funny. Somebody got me a green screen. They'd sent it to me, told them not to do it, and I'm not even using it right now.
Yeah.
I would use one, but I don't have one.
If you
But
use Restream, I'd be able to help you.
Okay. That sounds like a plan, brother. I'm talking to both of you at the same time. Do you believe
Right,
that?
I hear. That's good.
And
That's
we
good.
would have we the people be able to help you feed in because me and him will work on it together.
Well, Kerry, this is Zero TV on the other device I have.
Okay.
I don't know if you can hear him or not. But
Yeah, I can hear him. I can hear him.
I don't know if they can hear me or not.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
I
says
can
he can hear you. I don't know if you can hear him, but
Metal Horn Top Boys.
hear
I'm working on just chilling today. It's my off day, so I ain't doing much.
you know, all my sermons and things for the week are all on prison.
over.
They're all there. Made sure they were
Yeah.
working too before I turned it off.
Mm.
I think I got a
See
problem
something
with my microphone. I think that's where the problem is.
Like I said, if you can't figure it out, man, I would suggest a wireless built-in mic headset, like a gaming headset, like my guys and I use. They work really well. They have noise suppression in them, so they won't pick up background noise as much as a regular mic will.
I
Right
know.
now, I'm just talking off my laptop. I don't have my mic actually plugged in.
Hey, Carrie, can you hear me all right on this?
Xbox party, but that's
I
it.
can hear you good. Yeah, you
The
sound good.
microphone's working here.
Yeah.
And I can hear him.
Have you ever tried to just YouTube the videos of it, Chaplain, to kind of see what they suggest to you?
I have. I've got to look at the schematics for this this desktop that I have right now because there's something going on
Yeah.
with the audio on here and the output and everything.
I just got an order of koozies in, so I'm going to be working on making some pop koozies or whatever you guys call them. There's all kinds of different names for them.
Yeah.
I got a whole box of blank ones that I'm going to make We the People merch out of and the Serial TV Squad merch. We will have some koozies available very soon. And now we got plenty of stickers for sale, though.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yep. And I got the first mock of a We the People shirt that I still got to give to him. I don't know if he's going to want to do an in-person thing to where I give it to him in person during a live stream, or if I'm just going to mail it to him. We haven't talked about it yet. It's been very busy.
Yeah, you can get too busy with this stuff.
One of the reasons why,
thanks to Pry, kind of, I figured out ways to get a little more free time.
Right.
So I'm all set for tomorrow. I'm all set for next week.
Right.
I wish I was.
Website thing. Last couple websites we've looked at, they want to charge way too much, and I've done the math from doing it in house, and I can make it a lot cheaper. Obviously, shipping will be something I have to figure out, but
it's never easy because when you deal with UPS,
enjoy our merch and be able to actually afford it. I don't want to cost people an arm and a leg or something.
UPS is extremely high. FedEx is extremely high.
Yeah.
And even UPS is starting to get that way.
Right.
Oh.
That's the only thing that that's the only reason why it's like, do the website, we can design our stuff and put it on whatever we want it on. But those websites take so much money for a cut that we barely get anything back out of it to put back into the channels, to put back into the merch that we still make from in-house, because everything right now currently is being made in-house. I'm making everything at home. T-shirts, the hats, bookmarks were made at the wife's shop, which is not a big deal. We can still get those. Stickers are made in-house. I've done hoodies. My son has a regular hoodie of ours. Done the very first mock-up hoodie of a Zippo hoodie. Zippo hoodies are going to be a little challenging because I got to find them on the right price because they're expensive for them. I don't know why. T-shirts, though, I can get a good price on those.
Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah, I just got a whole box of koozies. Well, now I just got to get some missing a certain supply to get the image. So I got to order it, and once I get some in, I can start making them.
One step at a time.
Yep, one step at a
Let
time.
me explain.
I got a good stock of stickers going. I have stickers I still have to put weather protecting on. There's like a type of thing you have to get, put weather protection on them. So that way, if somebody puts it on the vehicle, it's protected from the elements. That's like a 3-day process. Yep.
What were you going to say, Kerry?
I was going to say, let me explain why I started this channel and what it's about and everything. And nobody's coming on, so is my signal okay? Can you?
I'm getting you loud and clear, brother.
Okay. Yeah, the reason why I started this was because there's a lot of people disillusioned by actual churches. They go to a church and they tell them they can't do this, they can't do that, put pressure on them. Like people's been married before, people with tattoos, people with nose rings, which they can take out. You see it all the time, people disillusioned. And I was raised in a holiness church, Wesleyan Methodist. And, I was saved at a young age. Well, I through the contest in Ohio State, the region in the school contest, regionals and states, I won high awards, and they asked me to sing at the state fair. The minister got up and preached against state fairs and auto racing and stuff like that, the worldly stuff. So I went to the state fair anyway because it was a privilege and sang there. But that's basically my story. Things like that happening in and out, And my mom and dad needed help here. Well, not where we lived before, but the minister told them because I had a TV, they should kick me out. They shouldn't let me come in. And they said, well, we asked him to come in. And he said, oh, that wicked TV, you can't have them in there. So they even left the church and went to another one. There's a lot of people there's a lot of people going through that day by day by day, if you know what I mean. Ministers pushing them out.
Well, at least I know
putting pressure
as a wife.
And that's basically what I did. If you can't go to church, get together with likewise minds.
2 days in a row.
Well, the church is not, I've told people this before. Church will not save you.
No.
Jesus does that.
That's one-on-one between you and the Lord. And that's my philosophy. Me and the Lord. And he tells me what's right and what's wrong in the Bible. As long as you follow the Bible. I say there's two parts in the Bible, the Ten Commandments and John 3:16 pretty much tells it all,
Yep.
I mean, we have the Psalms, and we have, like I said the other night, the Psalms and the Proverbs and Judges, and they're all examples. They're all a manuscript of how we should live in the Lord.
Do you know why I say in Psalms why I say what I say every day?
Yeah, I get 25 fucking koozies.
And I say it that way every time. I'm trying to remember exactly how I put it, but I say, read the book of Psalms so you can know how to praise, honor, and worship the Lord in song and in praise, as well as in prayer and supplication.
Right.
It's all right in there.
It's all in there.
And then when you get the book of Proverbs, that's the book of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
We can all use wisdom, can't we?
That's right. That's right.
You can't get enough.
And a lot of people, I've heard it over and over. You go in, you sing 2 songs, you say a prayer, you pass the collection plate, then the minister talks for however long, and it's goodbye. You know, nobody can discuss what's going on or anything. Even in the Sunday schools, you know, they don't let you discuss what, you know, a group discussion or whatever. A lot of them don't,
Right.
and we kind of gone astray from what it's supposed to be. Then you have the big churches that they're all in it for business and for money.
Yep. I don't
I
go to
mean,
big
big
churches.
time. No. And
Our church is
yeah,
big enough. I mean, the one I go to right now is big enough.
hmm
The pastor's only one man. There's many people in there I could talk to. But I go to a church that right now that when you walk through the door, they're glad to see you. They want to meet
right,
you. They want you to sit with them, invite you to anything else that's going on in the church. Hey, look, if you've got a church like that, you want to stay there
right,
because these
right,
people want to grow with you. And that's why I like the church so much. But when I'm here doing what I do online, I remind myself I'm still in church.
right. You're
Yeah,
in
I got to
church.
act accordingly.
We're in church now, really. It says where two or three are gathered together, and yeah. But I visited one last week that all the kids, all the families, all the children from teenage down played an instrument, and they were all homeschooled. And it was a great service, and there was probably a good 100 people there, and it really impressed me. So I might have found someplace, you know. I'm looking. I just have my ideas and the way, you know, what I've read and how I've been talking, how I've been treated, you know, and trying to help other people in the same situation. Anybody coming on, you can click the link and join us, join in the discussion. We'd be glad to have you.
I'm really
Have any problems
surprised
out
more
there?
people aren't in here right now that said they were going to be on tonight.
I know, I know.
I really thought
I'm
Ruby
showing it to
Geiger
you.
will be here. Red. I know why Red's not
Red
in
said
here.
she
She's got a
couldn't.
family function she's going to.
Right, she said she couldn't make it,
No,
but that's all right.
I
We'll have more.
already knew that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I put out links a couple hours ago, so I don't know. We'll see. But we can have our friendly discussions, and
What's up, Zero?
Huh?
So what's up, Zero?
Not a whole lot. Just sitting here twiddling my thumbs.
I think that's what we're all doing right now. Is like, okay, where did everybody go?
where did everybody go? Where are they? Oh, yeah.
Just put my plate in the kitchen. Decided if I wanted more food.
I have a feeling any minute the CFO and CEO is going to be in here. You want to eat or not? Of course I want to
Yep.
eat.
It was a new recipe I found on Facebook that I tried tonight. It's pretty good. Like a pizza lasagna.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh yeah. So
Pizza lasagna.
Sauce. Take
Pizza
red sauce.
lasagna. Hmm.
You put 2 layers of lasagna noodles. Then you put toppings, cheese, repeat the process, sauce, lasagna noodles, and then kick the top layer of sauce in all your ingredients like a pizza, and then tons of cheese on the top. Put it in the oven and bake it for 35 minutes. Make sure you have enough sauce in there so I went tinfoil over top of it so it keeps all the heat in, and the moisture of the sauce will soften up the noodles enough to where you can enough to where they'll be done, obviously. And then 35 minutes, pull it out, take the tinfoil off, put it back in for 15 more minutes, and then pull it out, and it should be good. You just gotta check to see if your noodles are soft. If they're not soft, obviously, you got to cook a little longer. But it came out real good. It basically pizza with noodles. Really good. Just no
To tell
crust.
my wife about that because she likes to try new concoctions out.
Next thing I'm gonna try Texas toast with chicken nuggets on top of them, red sauce, mozzarella cheese. That's my next one I'm gonna try.
That's what I make cinnamon toast or French bread out of.
Yeah,
It's just,
it's basically supposed to be a quick, easy way to make chicken parmesan, make chicken parmesan, without actually having a ton of like cutting chicken, frying the chicken. It's a quick, easy way to make a chicken parmesan dish without, a whole bunch of stuff to go with it. And no, man, even boy, if you knew the fact of how easy it is to get little dinners like that, cheap and easy ones, oh man, I'll make those all day.
quicker the better, but the tastier too.
That's right. Cheaper the better.
The cheaper the better.
Big ups, bros. Cheers.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you
So
think
this
about?
box that my wife ordered. Now I'm gonna make. Now I can make. I'm gonna have to count them, and I'm gonna
Go ahead,
do
Kerry.
some people, some of the team.
Okay, I just wonder about your opinion on.
Piece.
You think we should talk more about the last days, or should we talk about preparing the earth, keeping the earth for the Lord?
I'm more into preparing than I am telling people what's going to happen in the last days. Because I'm careful about that. There was a conversation I was involved in where somebody said, "Well, you're talking about the end times are now," and I said, "No, I didn't. No, I never said that.
Right.
We are at the beginning of the end times, but not in the end times. Big
That's
difference
true.
because what
And the
you
Lord,
see going on right now is just the beginning. And when you talk about the cashless societies you're talking about now, that's in the Bible.
yep,
Can't buy or receive or sell anything without the mark. That's
that's
cashless
right.
society.
Cashless society. They're even talking about making a digital constitution to keep the evils away from, keep the evils out of it. There's Aruba. Hi, Aruba. Glad to
Well,
see you
hello,
here.
Ruby.
Yeah,
I wish I were in Aruba right now. Aruba, the country, that is.
Aruba, the island.
Yep.
That's my opinion because the Lord tells us to prepare prepare the earth for His second coming, and I don't think we should dwell a lot on the end times because people are saying, "Well, it's been said that for the centuries," and they kind of play it off.
That's why I avoid talking about that, Kerry, because if I'd start talking about that, it turns people away.
Right.
So I'd rather get them in the mindset of, okay, you need to be ready for when Christ comes the first time.
Right.
He's going to be in the clouds. We're going to meet him there. He's not going to
Mm-hmm.
ever touch the earth until the second coming.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And if we dwell on that too much, we lose people.
I do every time. And my brother says, well, how do you know this is going to happen? I says, Because Jesus said so.
Right.
That's why.
And prophecies are coming true. They're definitely showing that they're here. And but we still had to put on an armor of God and go out there and fight the battle. I mean, He'll help us, but He's not going to physically help us. We have to do the work on our own. And
Ruby, you can come into the page if you want to.
Right. Come and join us.
More the merrier. I want to find out how her daughter was doing.
Uh-huh.
Cheers.
But that's the way I feel about it, and that's the way I teach. Let's go out there and straighten up this world. Try to straighten it up, and do our best to do what we can for the Lord. And
well, you remember what I talked about the other day, that the statistics show that only 42% of the people actually go to church, sort of.
Right.
22% go weekly.
Mm-hmm.
While the rest of the country is 58% don't go at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's alarming to me.
It is. The churches have done it to the people. They pushed them so much either one way or the other, and not enough or too much, And like I say, it's disillusioned a lot of people. So we need to straighten up our churches and come up with better solutions to getting the word out. I know it's good to go in and sing a couple songs and take the offering and preach, but like I said, there needs to be more to it. It needs to be more discussion, more social. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how to put it. Not really
We need to get more
socialized.
young people in church.
Right. And it's great what's going on in Avery University. Said her daughter just numb. I put it up there. There we go.
Yes, it could very well be, Aruba, that's what's happening with your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
As I know, my daughter had her baby. She didn't call me. Of course, why would she call her dad when she's going through labor pains? So she called her aunt, and her aunt got her through it. And I says, "Well, I'm glad you didn't call me, because I says, just hang in there, kid. I'll be your coach. Just push it out. Push it out."
Push. Yeah. Oh.
But,
yeah.
I got some bad news yesterday about my daughter. She sounds like she's going to go through a divorce.
Oh no.
Yeah, after, I don't know how many years she's been with that guy. 20, I want to say 22, 23 years she's been with this guy. And they're just not going to stay together. So raising two children, over that period of time too. Still have a 15-year-old living at home.
Mm.
So she's going to need her prayers.
For sure.
And she talked to me, I think, a couple of days ago, and she says, "Well, Dad, what advice have you got for me as far as getting through it?" And I says, "One day at a time."
Mm-hmm.
That's what I had to do when I divorced your mom. One day at a time.
Yeah, that was another thing that I had a problem with the church with, because I was divorced and remarried.
Oh yeah,
and they didn't like that. So I couldn't join their church.
I couldn't be a
So I
Sunday
said,
school
fine.
teacher because of that, because I was going through a divorce. I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
So this is not
it's
like I'm a bishop or anything. I'm just simply uh, telling you that I have a calling to teach.
right. And the Lord forgives everything, everything. And they forget that. There's nothing that's really, unless you die in a sin, that's unpardonable.
Oh, that
That
fan.
that was the that was another problem that many have had. I've seen a lot of people lose their faith because ministers told them they wouldn't go to heaven because they were married before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little trip here
Okay.
as I'm being summoned.
So
Go to deal-com today and see how much you can save.
Okay.
I hear a youngin.
Yeah, that's Zero's Rugrats.
Oh, okay. No, the Bible does not say. The Bible doesn't say anything about going to a church. The church is the people. The people of Christ is the church. There's no structure, because even in the temples, only the high priests were allowed in the main in the main altar, and they started the church basically just to get the Christians together. But there's
Just a
nothing
meeting
that says
place, the assembling of minded
like
believers.
like-minded believers, right? There's nothing to say that you have to do that because the Ten Commandments says honor the Sabbath day and keep it holy. It doesn't say, go to the temple or go to the church. And Jesus never went to the church except for when he was 12 years old and when he went and turned the tables over on all the money changers. So, as long as you keep your commandments and live your life for the Lord and read what he says and follow what he says, you believeth, like in John 3:16, you believeth. And I always say they changed it to believe, but believeth is a strong word. It means more than just believe. It means everything.
Problem with churches like that, Aruba Diagro, is that they are judgmental. That's
Right.
the problem with them. If you're away from the church for a reason, say it's a family problem, say it might be a sickness, say it might be you're going through bereavement or something like that, and you're not in church, and they start judging you on that, that's the wrong church to be
The
in.
wrong church. Run. Anything that's not biblical like that, get out of it. It's just like working on Sunday. The Lord said if the ox goes in the ditch, to get it out on the Sabbath. So and he did a lot of his miracles, which was work on the Sabbath. But he kept it holy. He kept it holy. That's what we have to do.
You know what a surge protector is, right?
According to the word.
You know what the 5-way surge protector is?
Yeah, if he's going to heal on the Sabbath, what's it better to say that the man be healed on the Sabbath or not be healed at all?
Right.
Well, okay.
And
So he says, take up that bed and walk.
that's right.
And up he went.
And they tried to get him for blasphemy for it.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yep. He went against all the traditions.
A certain leader is still being treated that way now. He had committed no crime, but yet he's being persecuted for crimes he never committed.
Mm-hmm.
Says that sounds familiar to me. It sounds like Jesus.
Right.
He committed no
Right.
crimes.
It's when your power afflicts.
Yeah,
But
the
it's
demons,
suspicion.
the demons don't want people like that. They don't want it. Not at all. And they'll fight for everything against us.
Well, this is why right now, Aruba, this is why we're going to the church we're going to now, because they don't judge you for not being there. They pray for you for not being there. It's a big difference.
Right.
Has 5 ports and plug in everything electronic.
Yeah. If you think of all the churches in the world and all the different ways each church believes, it's something else, you know. That's why you have to do your own thing, your own research, and your own praying and study and learn, you know, because you can't just listen to one person and get it all. You just can't do it.
No,
Hi,
that's
Annie,
true.
how you doing?
Really are.
And so we have to have discussions and not just one person preaching to us. We have to have discussions and talk about it and learn together and learn from each other, because we're all babes, really. You know, when you first become a Christian, you have to learn to walk. And you can't have somebody telling you, well, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. You can't do that. You backslid, and you have to pray, you know, pray through again. You can't do that. Just ask the Lord for forgiveness and keep on going.
That's why I told my brother a long time ago, far be it from me to tell you how to live your life.
That's right.
I'm just a mere follower of Christ. I'm here to spread the message of the word. And by no means am I ever going to tell you how to live your life.
No, you can't.
I just tell you that I found a better way to live than the way the world dictates it.
And if you pray and read your Bible, you'll get to know what you need to do, what you don't need to do. It's all up to the individual, between them and the Lord.
True.
All we can do is set an example.
Hello, Annie S. I think that's what that says. Annie S.
Anyhow,
You know, guys, you can come into the chat room right now and be a part of this.
Tell us what you think
Shut
about
up! I'll even mute my mic.
it. Tell us what you think about it. We'd love to hear it.
Bring yourselves into the studio.
That's what tonight's about. Letting everybody have their say and how they feel about it. Love to have you. Yeah, that's a lot of people are pushed aside just by minor things. A lot of them are, but it's major to some people. It's just like the marriage issue or the TV issue, or you know what's funny is these churches that didn't believe in the television, they've all got cell phones and they're all online on Facebook and everything, and there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm going, oh, you know, what's going on here? It's really strange.
You know what got me today when Italian Princess was on? Said, people, put your cell phones down. You're going to run right into me. And they were doing that. They had the cell phones in front of them. They weren't even watching where they're going.
Mm-hmm. Always looking into the cell
I
phones.
have my head off about that because I see that all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we live in a like a 90-second world where, you know, if they don't like it within 90 seconds, they're gone. Nobody watches the whole thing or listens to anything totally. And it's sad, you know, we're getting to the point where, you know, nobody listens.
No.
Nobody listens. And we all have to listen and talk about it. Otherwise, we'll lose.
All my TVs
That's so
This one
sad.
person, yeah, it's so bad at the bowling alley. They had to wear their headphones on the entire time they were there bowling, as they
Oh,
couldn't
no.
stop talking long enough on the phone.
Oh no. That's sad. That is sad.
Electric shock goes through the house. Ever watched
You know, when I run the bowling centers, we didn't have cell phones, so they didn't have to worry about it. But
So
you're
you
right.
had to go to a phone booth or pay phone,
Yeah.
or you had to go home.
And they were all tied up.
I remember
Yep.
when I lived when I was a little boy, we lived on the east side of Flint,
Mhm.
and there was a party line. So I was going to call my uncle up and have him come over, and there was somebody else on the line. Now that was weird to me. Why would anybody be on the other end that the phone's been hung up?
Mhm.
My mom said, "Well, it's a party line." I said, "Well, can't they put their phone down long enough for me to make a phone call?"
Yeah. Yeah, the party lines were something else. Sit there and listen to everybody talk. Yeah. A lot of people don't remember that or never seen it.
Party lines were also not good, especially if you heard intimate conversations going on.
Right. Right.
Well, I
all
better
kinds-
hang up the phone. This don't sound good. Maybe the other does.
Yep. They were something else. So I'm glad we got away from it. Yeah, we had so many rings for the number. It had a certain ringtone or ring number to know it was ours. Boy, that brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of memories.
Really, you look really confused in this
Use your finger to dial the phone.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of kids can't figure that out how to work those now.
2018.
This is my wife Tony, by the way, that's sitting next to me.
Hi there.
Hi there.
This is
Oh, you got
Carrie.
your camera off. You have your camera off so we can't see you.
Hold on.
I met Carrie the other night.
Uh-huh.
Turn camera on. Turn around.
Okay.
Microphone off and that didn't turn the. Here we go.
I just noticed I need to look at my camera. For everybody out there that don't know me, I'm growing my hair and my beard until the J6ers get out. Speaking of which, I think I should bring them on when they sing at 9:00 if I can do it. So we got.
Well, I can't get Tony on there
Yeah.
for some reason, so
If I can.
give a camera back on shortly.
There we go. Can you see it on there?
I can't get her on here. The camera won't make it over that far. But I know you can hear her. Oh, what happened?
Can you hear it? But
Not very good.
over here now.
I think we lost you. Ruben said hi, Tony.
Hi, everybody.
That me? Hello.
What's up?
Together.
Yes.
You
know.
Oh,
Is she in the Is she in the back room?
Yes, Lovey.
Dude,
Or in the
we can
straight, but they would add
part of
We're in the cuz. You're off Tuesday? Oh. Yeah, you technically can't work Monday.
wasted. Not on these. You guys, as far as I'm concerned, are real heroes. From here on out, you can take that to the bank, tell your kids, your friends. You know what? There are many more. All they need is
Oh, that's why they won't let you work that.
spirit. That's within your big golden heart. And just use a little bit of love and a little bit of education to get them on.
Yes.
I'm supported by. I can tell you have to come. If we maintain our integrity and reclaim our unalienable rights, we can save this.
We are proud of you.
I think we
You're a warrior.
come and see DPM and put into credit. It's like a Chinese government, did it to us. That's why we come here. And
Everybody here?
the Chinese government is hard, but I don't want American become
I can hear it a little bit.
China. So
That's one of the big reasons why a lot of, at least that day,
Yeah.
This will be the fun.
one city on the hill where those atrocities were supposed to take place.
There's no TV on in here.
All types of
I either missed it or they haven't sung it yet.
was wrong.
Yes.
So let me turn it off.
I think
I'll leave the sound up a little bit and see if they do it. Okay. Okay, back to us. So come in and join us. Let's keep this going. Otherwise, we're going to run out of things to talk about. We shouldn't, but don't like
The
being
Bible's got
repetitive.
66 books now. You can't run out of anything.
Right. My mind runs out.
Oh, hey, believe it or not, last night that happened to me. My son calls. I talked to him. I don't know how long I talked to him, but we ran through just about everything we could think of to talk about. And I ran out of things to talk about. I said, I can't believe this, but I ain't got nothing to say.
Mhm.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I've been running into that here lately. Just, oh, I study, I write it down, I go through it and then miss half of it. But I guess that's the way it gets when you get old timers.
Yeah, well, you got a wealth of knowledge.
I try. I wish I could learn more. I've always somebody was talking last night about studying everything on TV, all the Explorer channels and everything. Yep, that's what I do. Online, on TV. I don't watch movies and stuff. I watch educational stuff.
Yeah, fake news media is just something I don't bother with.
No, I quit watching the news because they and yeah, taking my auto to see what I had it on. They slant everything to the way they want it, and they're all going liberal. All of them want to be socialist. We've got to get out there and change it.
Now, are you gonna do the regular sticker?
That's right, Aruba.
Yep. They need
One
more
of
than
them is
water. They
Paul
were saying
Shepard.
they need toilet paper. They're saying they need toilet paper and toothbrushes and toothpaste and stuff like that they're running out of because everybody has to get rid of the old because all the residue that's on it. Everything all residued up.
I
My
was
friends live
watching
in Carrollton.
Polish Agnes on there a while ago.
Excuse me. Yeah, I have a couple friends well, I have friends all over in that area because that's where I was raised in that area. And they said they wanted to evacuate 100 miles, and they're 50 miles away in Carrollton. They said it's affected them somewhat there. And they need more than water. They need supplies. I hope so. People are realizing that and taking heed to it. They were supposed to be on tonight, but I guess they couldn't get on here. I told them to check up the Ohio group and join up with them up there. Because they are real patriots and real good Christians.
Chaplain,
Yes.
can you let Kerry know that his stuff's frozen on YouTube? Everybody's asking what's going on.
I'm frozen.
Yeah, your camera's frozen. It isn't here, but
It's literally froze. And it's got the buffering. And every time I pause it to try to get it to go live, it won't. Everybody's asking what's going on in the chat.
Huh. Let me check here. See what's.
Let me know, Chaplain, so you can tell him.
yeah, I just told him.
I don't know what happened, but
It might echo a little bit. I'm gonna turn it on and see what's going on.
On my end, he's actually doing everything's going okay on my end.
are you looking at
It's doing good on,
Yeah, I'm looking in the stream
but
here.
it's buffering.
That's where I got it.
It's buffering.
Oh, on YouTube, you're frozen. Okay.
YouTube, yeah. YouTube's a little bit slow.
There's something happens
A little
with
bit
Prism.
slow.
Whenever I go online, it slows everything to a crawl.
Oh, I had to refresh it. It was frozen.
I cut off all my other tabs, so hopefully that'll help. I noticed up here on StreamYard there's a little internet hourglass comes up and it shows me every now and then it's low. So I don't know. I ran my let me see what I'm getting on the speed test. I have one problem. I don't look directly at the camera at my laptop like my eyes closed. Yeah, it's very
Oh.
out restream just to see if I get better times. I'm only showing 20 megabits.
Yeah, it should be up at least up around
and
25, 30.
9 on the upload.
But that depends on your unit too.
Yeah.
Pineapple for change.
Yeah.
So it must be my cable here. 'Cause before I come on, it was
And
going over
sometimes
100.
it could do that too. I mean, sometimes the feed doesn't come in. There might be a lot of traffic out there, and that could cause a slowdown and a heartbeat.
And it might be StreamYard. I don't know. I noticed the other day when I was on it, my lips weren't going with what I was saying. So
Okay, you see my wife right here. She's coming
Yeah.
into the camera.
No, I'm just kind of.
She's coming in.
They see me. It's such a mess. I don't know if I want him to see me. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, how you doing?
Fun.
I'm the old age hippie.
Yep. Used to have hair
Like
down
I
the middle
said.
of my back.
Yep. I'm gonna grow it till the J6s get out. Hopefully I can last that long. I've never grown it this long. I've always been shortcut and trimmed. So this is a first. This is a first, most definitely.
Only let the J6s out of jail. You should do a video on cutting your beard off.
There you go. That's a good idea. I might just do that. Yeah, I was watching Mag's videos. He's got some good cop cams, and it's ridiculous how they acted during it. Watch them rush around the rotunda today. Nobody was in there but cops, and they're
What were they
talking about them.
Another attack?
I don't know. They were talking about what was going on outside, lobbing the canisters into the crowd. And they couldn't breathe anymore. They had to come in. Oh boy! And they say these guys were wrong. It's pathetic what our country's doing to them. Really pathetic. We need to fight for them. Each and every one of them.
That group goes up there every night and sings the national anthem
Right.
before they go home to go to bed.
Right.
And then they do this
That's what
every night.
That's why I was trying to catch, but they didn't do it at 9 o'clock like they usually do. So it was slowing down the streams. Might have to figure out another way to go on this. I wonder if Freestream's any faster than StreamYard, because sometimes I wonder if it's StreamYard. If it is, that's the only problem I have with it.
Are you using Prism or just StreamYard itself?
Just StreamYard.
Okay, could be StreamYard doing that.
Right.
As we go through Prism, they're having problems right now.
I know that. Yeah, I've always had problems with Prism. I use it when I'm on my drives, and I've had quite a bit of problems. Either it doesn't connect to Facebook, not Facebook, but YouTube, or something's always. Sometimes Facebook cuts out right in the middle. It just stops broadcasting. All kinds of problems with Prism. Glad you told me that, U-Haul. That's what I've heard. I've heard it is substandard, but and it's more expensive. More expensive. I'm getting the $19 deal for $10. So thank goodness for that.
Is that StreamYard you're getting it for that?
Yeah, I'm getting StreamYard for $10 because I've had it forever.
Oh, okay.
I love StreamYard. I have no, unless it's has a problem broadcasting it out with the speed. That would be the only one I've seen so far, because the other problems is basically my fault. I have to get another monitor. My granddaughter won't let me have my computer back. I had it set up with the video graphics card and the memory, and I let her use it. She said, "You can't take that from me."
I see U-Haul's in the chat.
Yep. Come on with it, U-Haul. Always welcome. Help us out here. We're talking about the country and the Lord, so.
They make more noise at mealtime than any two animals I've ever heard. Cats are being fed.
The cats?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably saw the cats at my granddaughter's house. They love me. Oh, no cats here, just a dog, a little terrier.
Oh. Some nice looking dogs.
Uh-huh. I guess he's a mixed Chihuahua and terrier. There he is.
Evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Yeah, sorry
evening.
that I can't show my face.
How are
I'm
you?
in the middle of running errands, and I'm not looking very decent, so I don't want to show myself because, yeah, I hope you don't mind. So I hope just staring at
I
the
don't.
icon's okay with you.
Yeah,
Doesn't bother me.
it's fine.
I've been turning my camera off and on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can turn mine off and on too, because I keep looking down. It looks like I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I look on the-
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not looking decent tonight, so I really don't want either of you to see that because, I mean, when I'm not suitable to be seen right now. So I hope you two can understand.
Oh, that's
yeah.
fine.
Okay. All right. Anyway, about the subject tonight, or what it was, because I was mostly today, I was watching a little bit of philanthropy work done by, I guess, what was kind of the remnants of last year's TPC or 76 with the Walmart trip. They did a little shopping trip for provisions there for the people out in Palestine when they go there tomorrow. So I was kind of hooked on that throughout the course of the day because they were doing kind of like a convoy with shopping carts to a grocery shop for, I guess, the folks who, excuse me, who have, I guess, have vacated the town because they really can't be there because of health reasons, and when they can go back is unknown. But yeah, the direction I see this country is just going to hell in the handbasket. Excuse my French. It's just, I mean, and I knew that already since January 6th. Because when January 6th, between January 6th and January 20th of 21, that was I already saw that was the end. And you know, I mean, I hate to say it that way or what have you, but one question that always comes to mind after East Palestine is what's next. There's other derailments too that have been going on throughout the country as well. I mean, I think what was it last year that there were over 1,000 derailments, but none of them were really as bad as East Palestine. East
Right.
Palestine just got the attention because of just, I mean, it
Right.
makes 3 Mile Island look like a picnic at this point. So, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, 3 Mile Island's not even a footnote in history anymore now. I mean, we could even look back to the BP oil spill of the Deepwater Horizon back in 2010. I mean, that's like a walk in the park now. I mean, you know, and that lasted all summer, basically. That was before social media. I mean, imagine if something like that were to happen today in that now. I mean, because social media has just made everything surveillance. It's pretty much what it's done to society. It's, we
That oil spill, they found out that there was a God-given parasite that ate the oil and destroyed it.
You could even
That's all.
suck that up with human hair. I thought human hair
Yeah.
is like an absorbent. Yeah.
Well, they said a parasite ate the oil and
Yeah.
and dispersed it, you know. And that's how it was gotten rid of.
Yeah. I always
And
thought
that
that.
could
Yeah.
only
I
come
mean, yeah.
that could only come from our Creator.
Oh, right, right, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Jay, how you doing? You can come in and join us if you want. We're talking about the country, about church, country, and everything.
He Jones in the house.
But yeah, we need talks like this, get everybody's
Sure.
opinions on what's going on, and you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's over yet, U-Haul. We have to get out there and fight. We have to get out there and do things. We might not be totally victorious, but I'm sure we can change a lot. You know, the more we
I
can
hope
do, the
so.
better.
Yeah. 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 I mean, obviously fighting the good fight out there. I know it seems discouraging from time to time, but it's all the more the challenge. It
Yeah, it is a challenge, a big
and it
challenge.
feels weird because last year was an election year, I guess, sort of, kind of. So it's kind of hard to find the motivation. I mean, I'm not saying politicians are the answer, and they're not. Um, but last year, I know with like the midterms, you would have thought even with like the convoys and all that stuff, there would have been some kind of motivation there, um, which there sort of was for a while. But as far as I don't know, it feels kind of weird doing it in an off year, or and I know politicians would be too busy campaigning to even care during election seasons anyway. But I mean, whatever movements that you've been a part of in the past or about to, it's like the politicians are such empty suits, is that they look for movements to latch on to take credit for. So it's up to us.
Right.
It's basically up to us to at this point make them a bunch of followers. But they're not followers. They're basically they like to take credit for something they had nothing to do with help start. So um,
Really simple.
uh, what is it? It's left up to us to really make the move, make that change, and do something.
The bad thing is when TPC started, it was a good thing, and it got a lot of attention.
Sure.
But the powers to be, whatever happened, they set him up perfect to fail.
Yeah.
And it turned a lot of people off, but we got to somehow, some way, turn it back on, because I know every one of these people is successful. And I know if somebody come up with something good, or, we can grow it again, but not a particular type thing like a truck convoy, or we have to do it, locally, start locally and work our way up,
Yeah.
get our groups together and keep going,
I
So,
wouldn't.
well,
Yeah. I wouldn't say grow again. I think more or less like reincarnate, or because I don't know if you could have a convoy again, but you could kind of like regrow it, or I don't know. Maybe I'm just playing around with wordsmithing, but it's just I know what you're saying is that
No,
just
it's not
basically recreate
yeah,
it. Yeah.
the convoys are good, but we need people out on those bridges. We need people out on every bridge again,
Yeah.
and if we don't do it, we're going to lose.
Yeah.
We need
Absolutely.
every church. We need every church to go out to ministers and talk about this, because we're not separated, church and state. That's not in the Constitution. The Constitution was written on the Bible beliefs and the Judeo-Christian beliefs.
Sure.
So God was always in the middle of it. The only thing that was about separation of church and states was a letter that Thomas Jefferson wrote to the Baptist ministers about trying to keep separation in church and states.
Sure.
The Green Boy letter.
Actually wanted freedom of religion. They wanted people to do their own faith, their own thing, the freedom to do it. And that's where it
Sure.
starts. And we got to get people to realize that's what we need to do. We need to get back to that and get the states' sovereignty again. Take this big lawmaking away from the government.
Problem is, the courts are not for me to do that.
They're not really supposed to be doing that. It's supposed to be up to the states.
Say something,
Right.
Carl?
Whatever goes federal is what everybody has to abide by. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing else. You have to abide by them.
No, well, I'll use this. This might not be the best example, but you look at California, and they're basically their own country. They
Yep.
play by their own set of rules. They do whatever they want, and I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but I don't like the fact that whatever happens over there makes its way east. And
Right.
one of my advice of what I always tell my fellow Texans is that, well, we got to fight back against Sacramento, and just say, you
Right.
know, we'll do sanctuary status too. We just basically make the entire state of Texas immune, or just basically just resist anything coming from California, because it honestly
Yeah.
really has no business being in this state. That's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
If they like what California does, they need to stay there.
I was just trying to let you know.
It would be nice. Yeah.
It's- That's the way it should be. If you don't like what the state's doing, leave. But if you leave, don't take it with you.
Nope.
Absolutely.
Don't take it with you. That's the way they do in Florida.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't like it, go. But,
Exactly.
we're always in danger because there's a lot of Democrats here in the state of Florida. A lot of hot spots for them. Orlando's a big one.
No. You got to watch out, because Georgia's to the north of you. You got to watch the hell out for them. So yeah.
And it's. I mean,
It's
anybody that doesn't think something happened wrong, they got to be blind or something.
hmm
have a really bad snowstorm.
I mean, it don't matter who you are. Everybody knows.
You're gonna realize something is gonna come back.
Everybody knows that something happened.
No way.
Everybody. We need to band together and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
That's the best we can do.
Yeah.
Stand together. And nobody wants to do that. They want to say, well, don't get it done. No, they won't do that. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, that's being a doubting Thomas.
Until it hits them in the face, and then they say, well, what happened? Why did this happen? Because you let it happen.
Yeah.
You always can tell them.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Hmm.
It's just it don't understand. It's like some people. Seems like a majority of people just want to sit around and do nothing. Whether they care or not, I don't know.
Well, it hasn't gotten that bad enough to where they feel they need to do something. So, I mean, it really has to hit the fan for anyone to notice.
Yeah, right now it's creeping up with us, and we're in the pot watching it boil.
Yeah.
Just like the frog. It's
Right.
It's pathetic the day and time we're living in. And it was
Yeah,
on the opposite side too, Wrong and wrong is right. It's crazy.
It's a matter of waking people up.
For my
Yep.
grandchildren and children, great grandchildren.
Hmm.
That's what I'm gonna do. Both spiritually and with the government.
It's a matter of waking people up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think I think they are, but it's not enough yet. Not enough.
Hmm.
Hi, Cindy. Glad to have you with us. Hi, Italian. Good to have you. Y'all want to come in and talk with us? Come ahead. We're talking about church, the state, and everything else.
Yeah.
To see what we do to make this a better country.
Hey, Carrie, I want to bring something up before I almost forget. There's always someone who comes onto All My Lives or whatever, and she's a really special lady. Mona Moments. She has this organization that's being labeled as a cult, and you always have these POS trolls or whatever who accuse anything and everything convoy related to either be KKK or just a religious, a bigot. And there's something called, I'm not going to advertise it, Americans for America. And so the label on them is Christian nationalist. And for whatever odd reason, these trolls, and I know all their names, by the way, probably so does Italian because she lurks the chats too, like me, in the YouTube streets. But what is that?
I do too.
They always, yeah, well, what it is that, let me give you an example. Today, during the Walmart trip to shop for supplies for like pets and babies and all that, for East Palestine, who's now had to abandon home, and they don't know when they're going to come back home. But point being is that trolls basically, I mean, they just basically, and I always looked at the devil as a facilitator of confusion. The devil wants evil, but the evilness starts with confusion. That's where it begins, because they want us confused. They want us to be distrustful. They want no trustworthiness amongst any of us. And that's what these trolls are. They're basically the devil's puppets. And so these trolls who lurk these chat rooms who try to facilitate or just basically stir the pot of all this distrust. First off, they don't know any of us, and they're never going to. Or they don't want to know us. Better yet, let me put it to you that way. The other part is, too, they want nothing to know about us. I say, fine, stay in your lane. And, yeah, they better stay out of mine. But point being is that this philanthropy stuff, and even like this morning, there was one guy, I don't even know if I should mention his name, but he used to have a talk show or whatever, and I called him once, and I called him out. Oh, well, I could hear an echo. Anywho, he was asking all these questions, and one of the end results that the devil wants with confusion is doubt. I guess that's where the term doubting Thomas comes into play. But what is that? Yeah, basically helping fight the good fight. And there's going to be a lot of adversity. And with that adversity is that a lot of these trolls just want to chase good people out from getting themselves known or from being targeted for harassment, which is what trolling is, by the way. Trust me, I know it's what I used to be originally here in the YouTube streets, as I call it. But that's what I was before I actually started making garbage picking up videos. So it's just, no, for the work that you two gentlemen have been doing, especially you, Chaplain, and doing what you do, I know from time to time it might seem thankless, or you don't get the credit that you feel like you deserve, but I'm sure there's a lot of us out there that are thankful and grateful for your presence, for what you do or what you want to do, So I don't want to make it seem like you're doing it for naught, or
I always feel like if I'm doing it for one, I'm doing it for all.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I all the live streamers need help. Every one of them need help. But I'm not going to constantly ask for it, because it gets expensive. We got things to buy. Like we're talking about these programs. They can get quite expensive, Saturday at the races. Boy, I spent a ton of money. And thank goodness we had some contributions that
Sure.
took care of most of it.
Tony, are you
But
aware of
all help
Americans
is
for
appreciated.
America?
But I'm going to do this no matter
You know what
what.
they're
You know,
doing?
no matter what.
Well,
That's
they're getting together and going to the shopping centers and getting toilet paper and water and everything else,
Oh,
and
my
sending it right
goodness.
to the affected areas in Ohio.
Oh, my God.
And they need everything.
but there's in fact yeah, because there's a troll channel out there already where all they do. Now I'm glad that I lurked their site. I'm subscribed to them just so I could keep eyes on them. And Italian probably knows who I'm talking about, Telescope or whatever. He's still around. So it's basically just this festering channel of all they do is they plant and plant. I don't think this is. I'm just using that for an example. Americans for America or whatever. Christian nationalism. All right, that anytime. I mean, that has like this white wasp, southern rural, connotation to it that these blue state, blue city people think of us, which
Right.
is discrimination, by the way. Well, it's discrimination, by the way, and it's stereotyping a particular demographic, color, and geographic status, or people who live in certain parts of the country. I tried living in a city once, hated every minute of it, so never doing that again. Well, not as close, but anyway, I don't live like they do, so don't want to live like they do either. With their 15-minute cities. So
Well,
basically, I was just using that as a point of reference as far as like just one philanthropy, because they're doing it for a bunch of people they don't know. Here, let me, Chaplain, I'll use this as an example. On my channel, I posted an advertisement over one lady or one woman who was going out of her way to buy East Palestine resident supplies. Want to know what I got in return? I got this one. It's probably some Chinese operative or whatever from the CCP. And the comment that I got, I erased it already because they're not worth my time, is, well, who asked you to buy them and come into town to buy supplies? Nobody. And so I figured, all right, see, it's these comments like this that just chase people out, try to chase people away. It's not going to chase me away. But, I mean, sometimes I think those people just don't deserve any kind of voice or whatever because they're just stupid. So at least to me, I just look at them as very ignorant because,
People on
well,
earth
first
are
off,
not asked
yeah,
for.
yeah.
they're either misinformed or they're lost.
Well, they're not lost. They want to see us fail. That's the problem.
Or
Yeah.
they're lost spiritually is what I mean.
Yeah. But these people are, I mean, they're rooting for the demise. Yeah, they're rooting for the demise of us is the issue. Is what I'm trying to get at. And so,
Right.
yeah, no, I
They
don't
think
know
we're
where
a
these
gnat.
people. Yeah.
They think we're a gnat. They can swat us away,
Yeah.
I believe.
I don't get. Yeah, I don't get where those people
We're gonna
come from,
find
but
out.
it's
We're gonna
just,
find out.
yeah.
It's happening all over the country.
Mm,
Albany, New
sure.
York, Florida, North Carolina. I mean, just nothing but stuff, that they need.
Fabulous.
Right.
Yeah.
How can anybody be against that?
Because it's the right thing to do.
Well, here's the thing, Chaplain. Let me answer that. They think anything that anyone wants to do for anyone else is a grift. So I've caught on to these people. That's like a new term that I learned last year, or whatever. I mean, I don't understand why they think or feel that way each and every time that somebody wants to do something for anyone else. It's a grift. So, yeah. And one thing, yeah, I guess I'll tell the missus that I want to tell those people is just get lost and get out of our way because they're in the way. I mean, you're not here to help us. Just get out. Yeah.
If you don't want to help,
That's true,
get out.
Diane. They did do that
Leave
to
it alone.
Jersey J. It's
Yeah.
terrible what they did to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
You should not.
If
If you give
Italian-
money to, if you give
Mhm.
money to a certain thing, it shouldn't matter what they have to use it for. They have to use their money for everything. You know,
Yeah.
every organization.
If Italian's still in the chat, yeah, because I already had Cactus look that out or whatever, because I got into a fight with one of these people, and it's so stupid, this high school stuff. But I justified the case, and I'm sure you two have already. Well, if you've seen any of my lives, or sometimes I do call-ins myself, and she always calls in. She always makes it a point. Mona Moments. She's a target of like being the grifter in chief or whatever. I said, if you were to ever see the way that she
Right.
dresses on my lives or whatever, she ain't no grifter. She looks like the mom from Beverly Hillbillies, basically,
No.
and she almost talks like her too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's her.
Cool.
Mona Moments. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that background. That is a truck backing next to me. That's what that light that you're hearing. Oh, sorry. It's the rear buzzer. So, all right, there you go. All right, the buzzer's turned off. Sorry. You know when a truck backs up, you hear the beeper? All right, he had his beeper on. Sorry. Okay. Oh, is he going backwards?
Yeah, they try to label everybody just like they made mega a bad word. You know.
Yeah.
They come up with these phrases to
$4,000
try to make it
stuff
bad.
bought today, but just people in the
And
community.
what's wrong with saying "Make America Great Again"?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to.
Well,
make it
at this
great
point,
again.
well, here's the thing: is that
Grifters.
yeah.
The word grifter comes to mind for them. They think it's a grift to
They think anything and everything we do is a grift, which is a problem.
thinking
Yeah.
of using it for themselves.
Right.
That kind of thing. They
Yeah.
call them grifters. These are the naysayers. And the
Naysayers.
people that go out there and say these people are do-gooders, are really
Yeah.
doing it for themselves, are called grifters.
Oh, yeah, do-gooders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
That's what
Well,
Take
well,
it
they
away
don't
from
believe
us.
what they only do good. They believe that they think we do is a grift. Oh, Italian is in the chat. Okay, doesn't know how to shut up. Oh, that's so nice of you, Italian.
He
Yeah,
does talk. I
yeah,
was
she
married to
does.
one
She's
like that.
entertaining. Yeah. Oh my
I
God.
was married to a woman like I love death. Go ahead and talk for me, honey.
By the
I
way,
guess that's
Tang,
why
I
I don't
loved your
talk to
video
everybody.
today.
I've been down. I was fighting sinuses and my stomach was upset all day, so I laid around all day.
Uh-oh. Hopefully you're better.
Oh, come on. Everybody be all right.
Yeah.
This will do you good.
But
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they these
Yeah, we need more
naysayers or
people.
what? Yeah, like Mona, right? And it's just that they think that all of the philanthropy is done for the grift or to raise donos or whatever, like like embezzlements or like skimming off the top or what is that? All the stuff about like pocketing. It's just no matter what you do, and I mean, I tried at one point. Well, Lord forbid, I tried wasting my time. And again, Italian knows who I'm talking about, so it's because she lurks the same channel, so she knows. And I'll mention it without saying the name. But anywho, point being is that no matter how much you try reasoning and wasting, well, to me, it's wasting time because it is because they don't want to listen to you. They don't want dialogue. They want you to go away, basically. And I won't. We won't. We never will. Nor should we. Is that because we haven't? Well, first off, I'm not going to cave into them. That's first and foremost. But the other thing is too is that what is that? No matter how much, whatever you try doing, explaining yourself or whatever, you try. Lord forbid you try to actually like talk to them or what have you. Like, let me give you an example. It's this one really, really deranged person who luckily got kicked out last night, and it was beautiful.
Good one.
Yeah. She's like the ultimate disruptor there at the vigil, and luckily she was thrown out. Thank God. So, which was really good to see. Now, if Mickey were smart, she'd put a restraining order on her. I'm surprised she hasn't already. I mean, I think there's enough because I guess
Yes, sir.
not that I'm a lawyer, nothing, but there's enough
They
of a
don't work.
case to be built. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
work there. They don't work at DC or
First of all, it's not
we
worst.
found that out.
Worst.
Hmm.
Ha!
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Worse, right?
What's up, Jay Jones?
That's all right.
This is
send it.
true. This
You
is
send
so
No,
true.
Italian has to leave. Damn. All right, bye, Italian.
You-
No, Italian has to leave.
That
Who's
is-
there? Right?
Yeah, Jay Jones. Yeah, Jay Jones was there with me too. Jay
Jay
Jones. I don't know if you know Little Blinky, but Little Blinky walked past me once and he didn't realize it was me. I don't know if you know Little Blinky there, Jay Jones, but I think Little Blinky was there with us in Branson. Now, I want to relay this to both of you gentlemen. Is that these trolls or what have you tried to actually call the sheriff on us back in Branson last November. Now, they're trying to cancel that event. They failed. Point being is that these people are so stupid and arrogant that they have to show off their crime because if I'm not mistaken, filing a false police report or like swatting or red flagging, I mean, I'm surprised. You ever hear about stories like that, like red flagging or swatting? That's basic. Whoever the caller is should get in trouble for that because that is filing a false crime. I mean, that in and of itself, like Jussie Smollett, I mean that should be that's a criminal act. But there was one person there, and they tried calling the sheriff at where it was being held in Branson. First off, I don't know what you're going to tell the sheriff, who already has been fulfilled in by Mona, because she is the quarterback in chief, and she is the spearhead of all this stuff. That's why she goes on a rant. But yeah, they will go to that length to try to cancel. Well, first I'll bring it. Yeah, the other, like let me give you an example, Carrie. Suppose someone were to actually call like the Daytona cops or whatever and say those flag wavers don't have a permit. What are they doing there? See, that's just a point being example. Luckily, nobody did, but that's just one of many examples of how these people come after you. And if you think for a second that you won't be victimized, guess again.
Right.
Yeah, because there's lurkers everywhere, including. Well, I made sure to watch your lives or whatever, but I'm sure there's other eyeballs who had their eyes on you too. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah, I check all of them out to see what's going on.
Mm.
Or you can give money to other
Right.
places in the world instead of
Oh,
doing it for
yeah,
your
we
own
got
people.
vets living on the street, but boy, we can go
Some
around
of
everybody
the
else.
stuff you see on these other channels are ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
and people follow them like crazy. I just
Yeah.
don't get the mindset. It's just like Meg was talking about the other night. Why don't people care? What is wrong with people that they would follow something like that more than they would the right way?
Yeah. Well, that's because they don't have any motive in their lives. I mean, it makes me. To me, I just look at them as NPCs. If you know what an NPC is, a non-player character. In other words,
Right.
they're dead on the inside. Yeah, dead on the inside, and they're just walking zombies. Okay, so Jay Jones knows Blinky. Yeah, sorry. Go
They're
ahead.
listening to Lucifer.
Yeah.
They're listening to the devil.
Mm.
You got them so chained up and so bound up. What do they call it? Reprobate mind.
Yeah.
They just don't know any better.
Almost 125 through 32.
It almost makes me think that they don't want to, It's like I don't know what kind of I mean, I don't know how else to describe besides NPCs. I mean, I think I nailed it on the head.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You did.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the mindset.
Me
I don't
neither.
know. It bewilders me. How they could think. How can they think that way? It's like our
Well, you're
politicians want to do some of the things they're doing.
Nobody would ever call
Yeah.
a politician.
They're deep in the devil's pocket.
They're just
Yeah.
Deep.
doing
Deep.
that. Oh,
And that's exactly where it's coming from.
somebody
Yeah.
else
It's like they're
knows
trying.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They try to help, and they have to throw that kind of garbage.
They're working at strategic. They're working at strategic points to put their people in and place them in there so they can bring others like-minded in there. And
Yeah,
they're corrupting the elections and everything else in the meantime.
Yeah. It's almost like a
You can see that in
cancer.
the rally in Orlando. You know,
Baby.
Yeah.
the one. Well, our Senator Valdez, yeah, Valerie, yeah, what's her name? Valerie. Forgot her last
Yeah, I know who
name.
you're talking about. Yeah, she was the failed. She ran against Little Marco and lost. Yeah.
Right, and her
U.S. Yeah.
her
Oh,
her her, her
wonderful
sibling
guy.
Husband.
was a transgender. Her sibling's a transgender.
Dennis
Oh,
Yeah.
and this Merkel.
They're talking, you know, and they're putting these people in so they can bring others in.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Oof.
My volume's too low. Let me see. It may be because I have it on my phone. Check to see if I can put one. That's one.
Let me check the chat. Let's see. Oh, respond to the chat. Yeah. Thanks, Sandy. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You turn your volume up a little bit, Kerry.
Yeah, I'm trying there.
Mm.
I got it all the way up there. Can you hear it now?
I think
Can you hear
so.
me now?
Fine, I'm not sure about Annie though. Annie's having a difficult time hearing you.
Yeah, I see that. I have everything turned all the way up. I might be just talking low.
How far are
Trying.
you away from your mic?
I'm right on top of it now.
Okay.
this is the first enough to have on top of a big thing.
I turned it onto my laptop. I did have it on my phone. It's about
Somebody's having a good
4
stream.
foot away.
It ain't me.
I hope it's not me.
What's that?
As far as bad volume.
No, you're fine. I just hear somebody enjoying a snack.
Right. That must be you, Hall.
Takes me
Uh-oh.
the chips.
Oh, you're hearing that? Yeah, I'm actually.
And it's,
Yeah, that's not fair. That's not
Sorry,
fair.
you can't
yeah, you
see
have a
it.
good mic.
Whoops. Okay. No, I'm just fiddling around with brown bags. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm just fiddling around with brown bags. Sorry about that.
Well, it sounded good to me.
Yeah, it's just these brown bags. Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's whoa. That's like the other side. Hold on, let me flip the camera over. No, the camera was supposed to be. Yeah. Can I flip the
You look like you had
camera?
a
Let's see.
flashlight. You look like you had a flashlight under your face.
Yeah, it's like whoa. Be like, all right. I think. All right. Let's see if that helps. Yeah. Now I was just messing around with these bags. I was just playing around with them. Sorry. See that? I was messing around with these brown bags. It was bubble tape. It was bubble wrap before. Now I got that. So I'm like, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, bubble wrap. Therapy
Yeah.
tape.
That was bubble wrap last time.
Yeah, we need to get a lot more live streamers. We need to get a lot more people involved, a lot more people out. Join whatever group.
Sure.
You don't really have to join a group, just participate with them. You know, you don't have to join anything. Just get out there and do it. You see a group, go to a rally. You know, it doesn't have. You don't have to belong to anything for the fight for freedom. You just fight for freedom.
Yeah.
It's all up to
You want to
us,
know? Yeah.
the
Yeah.
individual. Yeah.
I wanted to throw something else out there too. Is that these trolls out there also want to nail us for a guilt by association? They say, "Well, you knew 76, you talked to him, so you're one of them." So it's a part of cancel
Yeah.
culture, which I call cancer culture,
Right.
as I like to nickname. But yeah, they'll associate us with 76 and say, "Well, you talked to him, you were in the chats or whatever." It's guilt by association. So, you know, don't fall in that trap. Or
No.
it's just like because they associate MAGA with J6. They think that, well, if you're MAGA, you're J6. I mean, it's just like,
Right.
you know, or you're QAnon or something. It'd be like, oh my God, now I'm going down this
But
rabbit hole.
everybody knows that the majority of them didn't do anything wrong. There was a handful that did destroy and do bad things, you know, and they should be prosecuted. Most definitely. But
Yeah.
the majority of them needs to be let go.
Yeah.
They need to be let out of there.
I watch
It's
as much of the videos as I can. Yeah, yeah.
you know, you can't, when you have a large group, you can't vet everybody. You could have a murderer, you could have a bank robber, you could have all kinds of people in that rally. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. If
Yeah.
you're going to correct something, you want to do it quietly. You don't want to bring it out to the forefront and say, oh, you know. But that's what these evil people did.
Yeah.
They went out and brought it to the forefront. Even though the problem was corrected, they still kept going on it.
Yeah.
You know. And these people, they're going to be bad people come in, you know. But you need to make it clear that, you know, you come into our organization as part of the organization, we're going to vet you, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to vet you, but you can't condemn them for somebody comes in and just, you know, you find out and then you have to correct it on your own without causing a big hoopla, which most people would do, you know.
Yeah. Right. Right. Annie was asking in the chat what happened to Brunson Brothers or whatever. I think that's what she might be asking. I I don't think it's dismissed. I think that the Supreme Court's just not looking at it, or it's kind of like what they did with DACA or something like that. They didn't get rid of it. I think they just punted it. So I'd have to look further into like the specifics of what happened with the Brunson brothers. In the meanwhile, though, and I didn't realize this because I have a new congressman, thank God, but he has no home office. I don't know why. You know, but luckily I did find my local county GOP office. The next time that I do get around to finding the chance, it has to be a weekday. I'll look to infiltrate and I'll look to influence them because you need a set of demands because without that you have no direction. Because it's a stereotype to think that Texas is red, not necessarily where I live because it's near Dallas. And what Dallas used to be back in the 90s is no longer. In fact, it's far from it. As far as being ruby red, but I did find a local county and finding ways of just being an offline influencer because I mean if you're just really relaxed and saying well it's going to be red no matter what it's I guess again because
It's like Florida.
yeah it's kind of like Florida especially if you're near Georgia. I always tell that to people. I say yeah don't look now it's like Georgia's just to the north of you. No, there are some beautiful parts of Florida that are next to Georgia, but it's like Georgia's right next to you. And no matter what anyone says about that state, I mean, MTG might be from there, but she's from the Chattanooga part of the state, which is more rural. Or yeah, so it's not all that much to do with Atlanta or Savannah. So it's just no, but you guys have a beautiful state, and that's where really, really good people come from, like Matt Gaetz. And so, which is where I was at not that long ago in Panama City. I think that's his district. It's a beautiful little small town. Yeah. So, and it's yeah.
I may watch their Matt Gaetz amendment on saying the Pledge of Allegiance. He's trying to bring the Pledge of Allegiance into the Justice Committee, and I went blank. The former leader of the Justice said that he did it first thing in the morning before everybody was there.
Yeah.
And then they started bringing up if you help the insurrectionists in any way, you should not be able to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Said, what? Who helped the
Yeah.
insurrection? You know, it doesn't matter whether you say it once, twice, or three times. You know, the Pledge of Allegiance is a Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't have to make a rule that, you know, you can say it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous what they're doing. They're just trying to
And they
tear down all rule of law. You know.
just making up their own rules as they go. It'd just be like, no, yeah, that's bizarre. I don't know why they're doing that. Yeah.
It's
Jay
crazy.
Jones, I was in yeah. Jay Jones, I was in New Boston. He probably knows where that was. So I was by Texarkana. Sorry, I was responding to Jay Jones there in the chat. I know exactly where that's Texarkana. He's talking about Texarkana right there. So New Boston was the nearest place where I was at. So I had somewhat, I don't know what kind of Mexican food that I have or whatever, but whatever reason it didn't sit well with me. That's okay. You can't win them all. Yeah. So sorry, I had to respond to Jay Jones there because I know exactly where he's at. He's there by the former hometown of Ross Perot, by the way.
Ross Perot.
Yeah. Mr. Charts and Graphs himself. Yeah. Turn that off. There we go. Yeah, I'll let you know next time there, Jay. Whoops.
Yeah, I love Texas.
Well, I
I
guess,
got a lot of
folks, we
relatives
might as well
down
call it a night. If nobody's. You have anything, Jethro?
Pardon me?
Chaplain? You have anything? You have anything?
Not really. I mean,
You have anything you'd like to say? Or
no, just when he started talking about Texas, there's a very plain place in my heart because my mother came from the state, and I know pretty much all of eastern Texas pretty well.
There's one place I've never been. I haven't been west of the Mississippi. Everywhere east I've been, but I've never been across the Mississippi.
Jason will tell you that in Louisiana, it's got some of the best food. I could attest to that. That it's got out of all the places that I go. I mean, I wish I never had to leave Louisiana. I guess anytime I go in there, but it's got some of the best food out of any part of the country that I've been to. Yeah.
I've been to Orleans many times in my life.
You know, and supposedly I heard that there were some restaurants. This was last year. I don't know if they've changed. Hopefully they have. They have some restaurants there. I don't know if it's the French Quarter or not, where they mandate in order for you to just go inside their establishment. I'm talking about restaurants. They require that medical passport. I said, I'm not violating HIPAA just so I could sit down and eat your food. Be like, no. Can you believe that? The mark of the beast. Yeah. Speaking of which, yeah. That's what that Vaxport is, as I call it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is. Medical passport, medical pass, whatever you want to call it. It's a violation of HIPAA, by the way. I don't see why anyone has to know my medical history on whether or not I've been needled. So, yeah.
No. And you know, there's sites that make fake. Yeah, the fake ones.
Well, I would just make a program that would, I'd make a fake. I would just clone a fake QR code and use that as my passport. So it's easy. It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is by doctors.
I remember for ivermectin, because I do have ivermectin, but it's the one from Tractor Supply. Some of them required you proof of ownership of a horse. I said, screw that. So I stocked up on ivermectin, which, by the way, is
Yeah.
a natural healer. By the way, that this isn't made in a lab.
I know.
Yeah. hmm
Well, there's a
Boy,
dewormer.
it's something that will help you.
What?
There's a
Ivermectin.
dewormer that
Yeah.
they
Medication for
have
COVID.
that's
It's a natural healer.
supposed to help with
He's
cancer,
absolutely right.
all cancer.
Something.
hmm
I don't know if it'll help your arthritis enough, but it'll make you feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah. They call it horse dewormer, but I remember back in the day, horses were also only fed black eyed peas. So we eat those now as humans. I mean, should I stop drinking water then, like horses?
Oh no.
Soreness and everything.
The
Yeah.
rheumatoid, honey.
It comes from the same factory line, the same plant as like the human version, but it's ivermectin. So, yeah. And I remember when I bought those, they said, they had like a disclaimer on the shelf, and the clerk's like, "Oh, make sure to read that." I'll be like, "Yeah, okay." Just
Okay, so
it's
You
basically
sorry to
this
hear that,
horse
Cindy.
paste or whatever. Mm.
honesty is a bitch.
I take a black pepper. I haven't tried any Cheyenne. I have a
Cayenne. Oh yeah.
I use a black pepper. Vitamin.
Black cayenne. Yeah, cayenne pepper. Oh yeah.
That and oregano oil.
It's great on eggs.
Cayenne pepper. That's right, Annie. Annie, I take black seeds and garlic. That's what I does. So
There you go.
yeah.
Say what?
Yeah, Jay Jones knows what's up. I think so does Jason's Adventures. Remember Jason? He would know what I'm talking about if I were to mention the crawfish capital of the world. He'll know. I won't mention the town, but as soon as I said that, he probably knows what I'm talking about. Crawfish capital of the world. Oh, it's one of my most favorite places to go. Oh, it's so good out there. So it's not New Orleans, by the way. Whoops.
What's that?
See you, Carrie.
I forgot about it. Damn.
Here goes Carrie.
Oh,
What the fuck is our
Yeah.
new
Oh, I'm
route?
here.
Ah,
I'm here.
he went
I
down.
got you.
Tom,
I've been sitting here all day looking.
oh, I know what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
What did I do here? Oh, yeah, that's this the right one. No, that's not the right one.
Black cayenne pepper there, Annie. Black cayenne pepper and what was it? Turmeric
Blow my-
or curcumin. Yeah.
Take care of my sinus.
Mhm.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
One thing I do know about.
It's not Alexandria there, Jay Jones. You're close though. Keep going west.
Instead of stopping the camera, I remove my picture.
Turmeric. Yeah. Because of the curcumin. I'm just reading the chat.
Yeah, turmeric's good. I use turmeric.
Yep.
And black pepper. Yep.
What the
I got one vitamin that has the quercetin and the C and everything, and plus a lot of others with it.
Sure.
The turmeric and all that combined,
Right.
Oh,
and it's pretty good.
Is that the Dr. Zelenka Z pack? Because I think that has good stuff too. It has got like zinc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Z pack, but it's got more. I'm gonna see if I can see if I can reach it here while I'm off camera.
It's a powerful little weapon you got there.
It's got the elderberry and it's. Oh, I can't see it. Got all the other little vitamins with it, Got about 20 different vitamins in there, like a multivitamin with the quercetin, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, and elderberry.
Oh,
Yeah, elderberry is good.
That take
in a while.
I take
You
the
know,
horse.
you can find elderberry jam, can you?
Take that for the COPD.
Sure.
Tony,
What?
do they have elderberry jam at the stores?
No, I don't.
Elderberry is good.
Well, that's good. That's good for. I don't know if I can say it or not, but you know, detox.
Mm.
Yes. Clean
You know,
your-
speaking of detox, I have to rewatch Mike Adams. He had certain things. I guess if you've been exposed to the stuff out there in East Palestine, I think I might have already because the accident happened on the 3rd. I was outside of Pittsburgh. Well, I'd have to look at the calendar, but I think I was caught in the cloud, not the water supply, which is bad enough as it is, because
Right,
all
the
of
one
that
with-
stuff will just sink in the ground. It will get to the water table, the aquifer, then the streams, and then the rivers.
Corey is wicked.
But
And it was right.
yeah,
No, I got my camera out of.
there's got to be a
I'm not
detox.
talking about real anymore.
There's got to be a detox of those chemicals that you expose yourself to.
Vinyl
Right.
chloride.
Yeah.
They put them in
It
train
sounds
containers.
What
good.
is
It says
it?
you got
I think I'm gonna change this and put my
I have no idea what you're talking
Amendment
about.
two
Vinyl
flag
chloride is
up.
something that when it is exposed to the atmosphere, it can really be volatile.
I can't hear you at all.
Stuff
I
that
should've
blew up.
kept that.
Yeah. Train derailment.
Oh,
Stuff's wicked.
it's horrible. That whole thing is just.
When I was doing-
Cayenne pepper definitely
Nope.
starts with a B. Cindy M starts with a B.
You know, we were
Don't
handling-
say the
handling
name.
great dance
Okay.
See this?
for the,
Don't
pool.
say the name.
We had to wear gloves and a
Is
mask.
it backward?
If it got on your skin, it'd burn you.
Well, what was
I'm
it?
looking at it.
Tools.
Clean them or
No,
shock them?
Is that the brand?
but the
Oh, okay, okay.
water
Down
That's a long
down
name.
there.
to get the
Right here.
impurities in the water.
That,
Mm.
Yeah. So
that
it's
is
a
supposed to
cleaning.
take care of
That's something you said
But the
no.
thing
Oh,
is,
okay.
overdo
this
it.
I got you.
It can be dangerous.
Cancers.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Mm.
cancers. It's a warmer.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ah, I got you.
Oh, you know
I
what
got
it
that
is?
from Amazon.
Mm.
But I think it's the same as the eye one, you know.
Got
Can't
you.
talk medical terms. Can't
Mm.
we're not practicing physicians. We don't know anything about medicine.
Yeah.
So-
Cindy, are you talking about the town? Oh,
Huh?
Cindy. Yeah. No. No, it starts with an F. Cindy, it starts with an F. Crawfish Capital. Oh, no, it starts with an L. I'm sorry. It starts with an L.
Lafayette.
Yep.
Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I heard about it.
Too.
Y'all come on.
Oh, no. Wait a
Calm
second.
down.
It's Bowbridge. Wait. Hold on. It's Bowbridge. You got it, Cindy. It's Bowbridge. Yeah,
Sure.
which is a suburb of Lafayette. It's west of
Yeah,
Lafayette,
you get that confused easily.
They have too many
Or,
townships,
east.
townships and stuff around. What
Lafayette.
do they call them? Can't think of the name.
Definitely a French name to a town.
Bowbridge. It's Bowbridge. Yeah.
What was the disease?
It's east. It's a suburb of Lafayette. It might as well be.
I'd
So-
love to go to Louisiana. I'd love to go to Louisiana, but I was
Yeah.
hoping I could get to the Texas Oklahoma thing and go to there, but I guess I ain't gonna
Hmm.
make it.
Mm.
I was hoping to go to
Bow-
that the end of next month.
Hmm.
Coming up quick. Coming up too quick.
Bowbridge.
Oh, wow.
Cindy, I even have a video on it. It's in the thumbnail, actually.
I love crawfish too. I love lobster.
Crawfish years.
I love clams.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
all that
good.
good stuff.
Good
I don't
knock
like
until
fish
you
that
try
much.
it.
Mm.
Don't talk to me about bologna and peanut butter.
Mm.
Oh,
Bologna and peanut butter.
that's my
Yeah.
wife.
Is that what I heard?
You heard right.
Mm.
Well, give me to
That's
try
different.
that because I know what those both taste like. They
That's
don't sound
different.
good together.
That's, I never could get. I never could eat peanut butter and bananas sandwiches.
Oh,
I have to have mayonnaise.
Well, I lost her.
that's
I
quite a
I
combo.
like my peanut. I like it with crackers.
Getting
It's like I like my fries not murdered.
Hmm.
I read
What's
this up
that,
pretty
Dip?
soon.
what?
I said I think we're going up pretty soon anyway.
Good.
Nice way to deal with
Need to
Christmas.
get some sleep. Gotta get that cat.
Where is she?
She went behind the couch.
Oh, we'll never get her out of there.
No.
Somebody's having fun.
Bananas and peanut butter. That's quite a combo. I'll have to try that sometime.
Yeah,
Mm.
My mom used to eat those every day.
I don't know. It just didn't. I didn't like it. It's not bad. And I'm not saying that. I'd just rather eat it with mayonnaise,
Hmm.
peanut butter and mayo. Now that might be all right.
Yeah. I'll have to try pecan butter.
That's
Instead of
gonna be a
peanut
good
butter, I'll
rally,
just do
Cindy.
pecan.
I might squeak it out. I don't know.
We may be doing that here. We may be doing a video on that. She wants to try that.
What's that? Cooking?
Yeah, it's something that Pride showed on his channel. How to make that in like 5 or 10 minutes.
That would be interesting. Anybody watch Kelly what's Ranch? Kelly's show or crafting show?
It's like Two Finger Show almost.
Huh?
Can't say that I have. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not recently.
she's on Red Cactus. You can get her link there.
Kelly.
Yeah.
I saw her briefly working on something, but I forget what it was.
I'm not good at finding stuff.
I'm sub to her channel.
And I don't think I can mod you on this. No. Anyway, look for Kelly. She's always on Red Cactuses in the morning sunrise. She makes fantastic crafts and does it within minutes. I mean, it's awesome. I've never seen anybody put together things like that. They're just
She
common,
must be my wife.
Yeah, she'd probably love it.
Tony likes crafts. She just doesn't spend a lot of time on it. But
Yeah,
if she watched Kelly on YouTube, I'd probably never be able to tear her away.
See if it comes up here. Slowing this little laptop down. Slowing this laptop down. Come on. Y'all go ahead and talk while I'm looking this up. Yeah, it's
No, okay.
Y Ranch.
Yeah, I'm sub to her channel. I think I see a few of hers. She was on the last panel with Hot Damn. I remember her from there. That was last week already. Cindy, that would just be Nutella. I don't mean the comments in there. That's just Nutella.
There you go, Cindy.
Yeah. That's Nutella.
That in a heartbeat.
What I could do is that I could do peanut butter, and then what I do is I take a match or a lighter, and I take a candy bar or like a chocolate bar, and then I just melt. Instead of that that squeeze bottle from Hershey, I just take a chocolate bar, and then I'll just hold a match up to it to melt the chocolate onto the peanut butter. Let me try that too.
Whatever was sick that didn't have
Kind of like a s'mores type thing.
Yeah, kind of like a s'mores.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
The day of campfires.
There's a lot of good ideas and things going on out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real
Well,
frosting.
what we need most is God and freedom right now.
Oh, you're right, Sonny.
Real
Oh,
frosting.
oh.
Well, Nutella's totally different. It's I don't know.
I thought it was a mixture of the two. It's kind of like the is it the Smuckers? I forget which one, where it has like the peanut butter and the jelly in it. And it's like a swirl. They put
Yeah.
both of them in the same jar.
Yeah.
They consolidated it.
Yep.
Oh, they're gonna mix them anyway. Just put them in the whole same jar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it
And it
fancy.
yeah, it's like swirled into it.
We got some cherry Christmas calling my name here.
Mm.
Talking about snacks. Boy, hazelnut, dude. That's right. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
okay.
It's got a different nut taste.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Cindy just put that up there.
Mm. There you go.
Hazelnut Nutella.
Mm. I would just mix the chocolate and peanut butter. It doesn't necessarily have to be that specific nut, I guess. Hazelnut. Yeah. Let's see what has to be nut. I thought it was just peanut butter and chocolate was in Nutella, but I guess Nutella is a particular nut.
Oh, thank you,
Interesting.
Matt.
Looks like what I'm gonna have to do is open up this laptop and put bigger memory in it.
Mm.
I notice it kind of lags in between changing things. Not got the strongest memory.
Mm. Tea.
Yeah, if Prism would put where we could get panels together and like that it would be great. But the only thing I use it now is for lives when I'm out at rallies and with my driving videos.
Sure.
There needs to be somebody come up with everything in one, you know. But they're all lacking something here or
I
there.
figure out a way to do that.
Yeah, StreamYard's got the best programming. They keep coming out with more every day. If you watch online, they have a seminar almost all the time. Mondays,
Yeah.
I know Mondays is the main one, but they teach you how to do the stuff online on YouTube. Just look it up. Very, very, very informative too. You know.
That's cool.
That's how I.
Yeah. Huh.
I forgot how to do it, but you can bring up different decorations to decorate your screen and, you know, put different things on it. Like,
I didn't know they had
I
that
started out
capability.
with the flags. I started out with the flags like that,
There you go.
or I can put leaves up there. You see the leaves in the background? I had to download some more because I got too many downloads.
Hmm.
Then I
There you
have
go.
my flags there. But you can do all kinds of things with it. It's pretty neat, you know.
Cool.
Play music. Let's see. I like this one kind of. If it loads. Got more memory. I
You
get
gotta
it now.
check it.
Is it front? There we go.
What do you think that's
You hear it?
There you go.
That spoon up there, 2 or 3 times, you can get right in there. Yeah, the one you feed her.
I mess because I'm usually talking. All kinds of little ditties.
Cindy, diabetic recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Which one is you asking for, Cindy? Cindy's asking us for a recipe.
I put my comments back up. So
Tony, you run across a
I don't know of
website
any.
that has diabetic recipes for. You ever run across a website for diabetic recipes?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I can pull up like diabetic this and diabetic that. I got 1,000 diabetic cookbooks.
Oh, you're back. Oh,
Come
sure.
on. Come on, precious.
I know fruits and vegetables, low carbs, something like that. That would be the recipe.
High carb.
Huh? Recipe.
Yeah. You gotta have you go eat it.
Or you could try instead of an apple a day, keeps the doctor away, an avocado a day. So you could try that, Cindy, as a start. Is that and avocados have a lot of calories in them for their size.
That's the whole
So for a minute, you could see about whether or not an avocado, and then go from there, and then maybe throw in olives and cucumbers and celery, something like that. I know those seem like side items, but uh, kind of trying to be plant based like me. It's like I try to implement those a lot.
revisit everyone else.
I don't know. It could be
They were,
something to consider. Yeah.
Matt, they were the Thunderbirds. Yes, they were the Thunderbirds. It was great. I wish I could have got more video, but I was trying to park. My granddaughter got those videos. She did a good job catching them.
Matt
That
T,
was
yes, it is.
fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Keto diet's
One
good.
thing
Avocado.
I was listening last night, and everybody talking about eating sweets and sugar causing diabetes, whatever. But it's the whites, the starch that makes the sugar, not the sweets. It's white food like bread, rice. They say pasta's good for you if it's a wheat pasta. But you stay away from the whites with starch, and it doesn't produce the sugar.
And plus, a lot of those white foods or whatever is high in carbs anyway.
Yeah.
Rice, potato,
Right.
wheat, which already has gluten in it. So yeah, yeah, this stuff
Yeah,
already.
potatoes bring up your
Those
carbs.
examples already have high carbs. Yeah.
I love potatoes, especially the Cape Cod chips.
Sweet potato.
I love Cape Cod chips.
Cool.
But I try to eat a lot of oatmeal and stuff to counteract, counterbalance everything.
Sure. Makes sense.
Oatmeal's good for stuff like that.
Mhm.
Brings those carbs down, and
Yeah.
so far I'm staying on a low level.
I have no idea.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying.
Kind of hard when you're by yourself, to eat right, but you got to try.
I try. Yeah. Especially looking at some of the ways of how these truckers look getting out of their truck. Sometimes it looks like they're ready to tip the truck over. I know it sounds
Hmm.
mean, but it's true.
It's true. It's true. You're right. They sit neat.
What you got?
And when you're sitting, it all goes one place.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
And then if they drink beer when they get off, it gets worse.
Oh God. Yeah, it does. Hmm.
Yep. It all
Hmm.
adds up. All adds up.
Oh, it sure does. Yeah, Cindy, there's an egg shortage. I know. It's a matter of whatever it is that they're putting into chicken feed. Ugh. Or whatever it is that chickens are fed. Ugh.
Yeah, they try to pass it off, but there's always chicken coop fires and chickens destroyed and everything, but not really the way
It's the supply of what's being fed to the chickens. That's the problem.
right. They're killing
Yeah.
them off, or they're trying to make them what they aren't.
Ugh. They're
Just
feeding
like
them
they're trying
something
to
that
do
ain't
us,
natural. Yeah.
like they're trying to do us. And then
Mm.
how all these commercials on TV for medication, all the side effects. You say, why would I want to take that?
Yeah.
They go through listing all the side effects, and you say, whoa, wouldn't it be better
Yeah.
just to deal with what you had?
Yeah, I feel that way about the needle, which I can't talk about, but it's just like, you know what? I'll just go with herd
Right.
immunity. Yeah.
They're I don't know. It's like they're trying to fashion us all into something we're not.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder. Really,
Hmm.
if you think about it, you know,
We have the new Xbox.
is all this stuff necessary? It's needed.
See, addiction
And
part.
somehow,
Yeah. It's almost
I
like
would
another
rather
cartel. Yeah.
I would rather go a holistic way by vitamins, and take a 100 vitamins to take one pill that would kill me.
Yeah.
One
I
prescription.
always go the holistic homeopathic. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
What happened,
I'd
Rio?
say for the past few years, I've been taking. I won't buy any solid vitamins, but I use vitamins. I have about a half a dozen I take every day.
That's
And so
good.
far, so good. You know,
Well, that's
so
good.
far.
Mm. That's good to hear.
I heard of one good one. It was the yeah, Diamiceus dirt.
Mm.
It's actually it's a
Oh, wait.
parasite killer. The parasite killers seem to cure everything.
Right.
It's amazing. But everybody should look into that. But it causes you to lose weight. I lost too much weight.
I don't see how that. I wouldn't see that as a problem. I'd be like, well, if it's a weight loss cure, I'd be like, it seemed like a good thing.
Yeah, this stuff. I was taking it. It did good. I felt better than I had in a long time. But you can read up on it online. They use
Sure.
it for fleas and for ants and all kinds of things.
That's
But I
good.
lost weight. I lost weight big time, so now I'm trying to put it back on. Yeah.
Guess
So
there
you gotta
can't be
watch what
too
you
much to complain. Yeah.
do. What? Go ahead.
Nice. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. I try.
Hmm.
Yeah, you have it right there, Cindy.
Earth.
There's a lot of
Oops.
different things on it. You go on YouTube and you find all kinds of things about it, and it's pretty interesting. Like I say, I tried it and I felt good, but I just started losing too much weight.
Uh,
Excuse me?
So if you're thin, don't take it.
I better watch out then. Yeah.
Yeah.
What game?
Hmm.
You get that at your local health food store there, Gary?
What about stuff?
Yeah, you can get it at Amazon or anyway. Just get the food grade. Yeah, make sure it's food grade because there's another type. It has to be food grade.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Repeat that one more time.
Wait.
I think it's Diomekius dirt earth. MEA.
No,
Yeah.
capacity. Yeah, it's how
Might
much
be,
they hold.
yes.
It's
Well, I
pretty
hate to
close what's
spoil
in-
things here, gentlemen, or what have you, but I had somewhat of an early day or what have you, and the convoy from Walmart today is heading westward to Ground Zero there in East Palestine. So hopefully I could try to catch them on their journey or what have you on their delivery. So I guess that's something to pray for.
Okay, U-Haul. One correction. It's called East Palestine.
Palestine, not Steen. Okay, Stein. Okay.
All these experts are saying
Sure,
Palestine,
Palestine.
Palestine. Yeah, you're up there and you call it East Palestine.
Gotcha.
And they
Palestine.
get you. It's Palestine. Like
All right.
Palestine.
Yeah.
Like
So
Palestine.
Heard of that stuff?
right. So
They
I'll
get
see
you
if how
too.
the delivery goes tomorrow, Palestine, East Palestine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, I'm about to check
Yeah.
out here. It's been a pleasure being back on the show here, Carrie. It's been an
You
honor.
too. You too.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
It's
All
what?
right.
I think
Have a good night there, Chaplain.
I think it's
You
about
too.
time.
All right.
I think it's about that
Yeah,
time.
so we
So
better back out too because we
Yeah.
gotta get up early tomorrow anyway. So
yeah, me too.
here it
Yep,
was
Sunday
fun.
morning. I
Yep.
had a good time. I enjoyed it. We'll have to do it again. And I love all you guys out there watching. Come join us again. Good night, all.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.